I knew something was coming down crazy like this. Man, I don't know Brian Schottenheimer. I don't know him well like that. I don't know this man. But I do know this man. And I do know about this. And I know about man. That's three things I told you. And I'm going to break it down for you. And I'm going to talk about it. Here's my issue. We lost an opportunity here. I don't know what will happen with Coach Schottenheimer in the Dallas Cowboys, but Jerry's a shrewd businessman. And this opportunity, I'm shocked he did not see. I was pushing for Deion Sanders to be the next head coach. And I still stand 10 toes down on that push. And I can't believe that we saw the mass, the understanding of all of this, Let me break this down. Let me break this down.
Break it down. Prime time.
We have two NFC East teams in the NFC Championship game being played tomorrow.
Damn.
Two NFC East teams in the NFC Championship game being played tomorrow. Our eyes on them. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Our enemies on all fronts.
On all fronts.
And they're holding a position that we haven't held in 30 fucking years. The longest drought by any NFC East team.
Way too damn
NFC
long.
team, period.
Way too long, Prime.
30 years. I did a little letter on Speak to Jerry Jones where I was delivering information in a bullshitting way, but I was not lying. You bring in someone that was already inside as the head coach. You lose things there.
You lost things there?
That you can't grab back, that I'm worried about. And let me tell you about those things.
Tell us about it.
First of all, we're losing ground on this NFC.
Are we?
Right? We know who's going to be in the NFC Championship game. We haven't been there in 30 years.
Let's
break down what that means to people. Because when people say it, you say, oh hum, oh hum, oh hum. But no oh hum to that.
Oh hum.
That's 30 damn years.
30 years.
40 years is a generation. We got 30 years. Right here, right now is critical mass. It was time to bring somebody in here that could shake things up and grab this last leg of Cowboys Nation. If we got 30 years right now, life expectancy is 100 years. That means by math, a third of Cowboys Nation has never felt or lived the glory of a championship story.
That's true.
Don't even know about it.
That's way true. Way true.
How the hell can they pass something on, down, or pass it down when they don't even know about it?
That's true.
In 10 years, that would have been a generation that knows nothing about a championship from the so-called America's team. And worse yet, that generation has seen total domination from a team named the Kansas City Chiefs, who in that span is running up on winning 3 in a row. 3 in a row.
Didn't quite make it.
So not only are you losing football games over here and opportunities over here, even divisions over here, you're about to get our moniker snatched off our backs.
Not the moniker. No, please, no, not the moniker.
Because Kansas City over here with Miss All-America Taylor Swift.
Oh,
I'm a fan.
Shit.
Don't come at me about that. And Miss All-American Caitlin Clark, and I'm certainly a fan of her, so don't come at me about that.
Shit. Oh,
all that All-American in winning. This is what this generation knows.
Yeah. Okay.
You understand, man?
Yeah, I understand. Prime
Do you
time.
understand
You're right.
what we did?
You're right. You're
You
right
go
that
and
we haven't been
hire
there long.
Brian Schottenheimer. I know he's been in the league for forever.
Forever, ever?
But I also
Forever,
know he's been playing basketball in the NFL. He's been NBA in the NFL. I call it bouncing his ass around to about 15 other teams. I ain't saying he ain't a good coach in this position. I don't know. I'm going to give him an opportunity because I have to.
Damn.
Because I'm certainly not snatching the star from my heart. I can't do that.
No, don't snatch the heart. Oh, no, don't snatch
There ain't
the
nothing
star from the
personal
heart.
against him.
Damn.
It's what we needed. It's what we needed. I know what we needed. Brian Schottenheimer, I don't know the man, but I do know man.
I don't know the man, but I knew man.
I know when you are within an organization and you get promoted within that organization.
Damn.
And I know that the Dallas Cowboys right now, they don't have curfew. So let me give you that. They don't have curfew. They don't have discipline. We were fourth in penalties this year. So how do you fix that? Damn. You go and be more disciplined? Or be more of a disciplinarian? How do you do that when you're coming from inside? Because when you start saying, hey, you jump off sides now, we're going to fine you. You jump off sides, we're going to penalize you. Jump off sides, you're going to have to go do some running. And everybody going to say, oh, man, you're going to start acting like an asshole after we got you the job? That's what you're going to do.
Damn.
If you say, okay, we haven't been meeting at night. We leave Saturday afternoon at 1:30, people, for a 3 p.m. Sunday game. I'll see you at the game on 3 p.m. Sunday. Do y'all understand? Everybody else, they show up at a hotel Saturday night at 6 p.m. This is what we did. We have dinner till about 7:30. Then we're going to go have meetings and watch film till about 9. We'll get us a snack.
A snack? Get a
about
snack.
9:30, we're going to go in the room. Play cards, hang out for a minute. The whole damn while we're talking game plan and what we must do. It's a promise made, one man to another.
Damn.
I will get my damn job done today. That's how you win championships.
Damn.
And you make the promise over and over to each other. You make it when you're with each other. And if you're not creating these times together, when the fuck you gonna make these promises?
When the fuck are you gonna make these promises?
We talk all off season.
Oh,
about
big
money.
spank dog. Oh, does it mad you?
And then when it's time to be talking.
Well, what's up, good people? Mark Holmes here. As always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You know, it was a little over a year ago, a year and a week ago, that we hired Brian Schottenheimer. And the conviction, did y'all see the clip of Mark watching that game? Me watching which game? Which game there, Big Spank Dog? That's what you call brotherhood. I just want to, we're sitting here, and we know as Cowboy fans, we get the wool pulled over our eyes. Now, I don't know, a lot of you probably don't know, you've never heard that one, but when you get the wool pulled over your eyes, you're getting fooled. You know, they always say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Okay? But Jerry's been fooling us for 30 years. So the question you have to ask right now, and this is where I wanted to bring back Michael Irvin last year, who was mad as shit. He was mad as shit. He was literally just he just wanted to beat somebody up. He was basically just
Situation requires is a whole lot more, and you shut your motherfucking ass up.
That's what he wanted to say. Just shut your motherfucking ass up, Jerry. That's what he wanted to do. Because we were firing Mike McCarthy. We didn't go for the guys that, you know, like Dion or Pete Carroll or Vrabel. We didn't even talk to Vrabel. Keep that video playing. Oh, Alan, you want some more of that? Okay, I tell you what. Big Spank Dog, cover your ears, buddy.
Talking football, you got everybody home, sitting at home. Now Brian's going to come in. What is he going to say?
What's he going to say?
We're going to start showing up at the hotel. We're going to have curfew. They're going to say it again. Oh, man, what you doing, dog? Oh, okay, nigga.
What you doing, dog?
Like this on us? This how you going to change? Oh, we got you the job. That's what they're going to say.
We got you the job.
And now you're risking losing the whole locker room. I hope I'm wrong. But I'm telling you, I know man. And I do know this. I know how to win championships.
Then why didn't we hire you as the coach?
I got hardware everywhere.
Maybe
All
we
my
should have
shit
hired
ain't
Michael
fake.
Irvin.
People put whatever they put back there, that's all real hardware. Ain't a piece back there fake. And it comes from everywhere, on all levels. Don't tell me I don't know how to get it. And I'm telling you, that ain't how to get it.
Damn. He was fired up.
It take focus, man. It take this dedication. And it has to come from the top. Now, how do we do that?
How do we do
How
that?
do we do that? How do you do the same damn thing and
Bobby,
get something
welcome,
different?
Bobby.
Damn. It's snatching
Welcome back,
America's
Bobby.
team off our backs. We're losing a generation, man. A whole generation. A third of Cowboys Nation right now never known. How they gonna tell their kids about it?
How you gonna tell kids? Seriously.
How can they tell their kids when they didn't know it? That's why hiring Dion was the right call. You ain't got, if you brought it, the Raiders hired Pete Carroll. He had some experience. Last time when we did
How did that work
McCarthy,
out for
he
Pete
had some
Carroll?
experience. I gotta slap myself and say, give it a chance, man. At least they walked the walk already.
He's Pete Carroll
Right,
walking
hadn't
right
walked no
now.
walk. So what has he got over Dion? He hadn't walked the walk. Come on, man. Come on. Damn, I love Jerry. But I don't know where this comes from. I do know where it comes from. Just disappointed, man.
Just disappointed.
Dude, I don't want us to become, and I'm saying this because it's real. You can mess around like Sears
Like
And missed
Sears.
or becoming
Sears.
Amazon. That's what Sears did. Sears Robot, all they had to do was put their shit in the computer. No, they wanted to hang on to them damn books and passing it out. Old-fashioned things, and they went out. We are in a new age, Sears. New time, everybody's working on these damn computers. I gotta learn it, you should have learned it.
Damn. He mad about having to work on
Blockbuster did the
computers.
same damn thing. These were empires that we thought would not fall, and they failed because they got stuck in yesterday and would step into tomorrow.
Damn.
Social media is tomorrow. Dion is running social media too. These generations, this next generation that has never felt the glory of that championship story, we could at least snatch them up on social media
Damn.
because that's part of the new
You're
thing.
right, Bobby. We are
Get
owed,
with it or get
all of
gone.
us.
And this makes me think we're thinking getting gone. Come on, man. Jerry, this shit was more than just about football games. This was about the history of our game, our name in this game. Mm-hmm. And this was not the decision we needed. Now, I don't know this man.
I don't
And
know
I
this,
say
man.
this again. And I hope to pray and to God Almighty,
Please, go to church.
I hope and pray that I'm dead ass wrong.
Dead ass.
But I doubt it. I doubt it. I hope and pray somebody show up in that locker room and hear this and say, we will show this nigga he dead ass wrong, but I doubt it.
Oh, shit. No, he didn't.
But I doubt it.
Okay. That's enough, Michael Irvin. We can only take so much.
And I hope and pray
I hope and pray too.
somehow, some way,
Somehow,
somebody
some way.
find some damn man in their damn heart and stand up and say, we will represent the Star the right way. We don't give a damn who is coaching. We guarantee we'll go win and we're going to get to a championship game. But I damn it doubt it.
Damn. That was pretty raw. I wanted to revisit this, okay? And then I pissed off Big Spank Dog, okay? Michael Irvin wanted Pete Carroll. He wanted Dion. He wanted anybody because, he said he didn't know this man, but he knows about man. And his man ain't the right man to do the job. And so now we have to question ourselves. And I was saying that Jerry Jones has a way of pulling the wool over our eyes. Now, before I get deeper into it, let's make sure we take care of my good buddies with Sleeper.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code JOBRO. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
Okay, so I have sat here. I have been doing this now for over 10 years.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
I have been doing this and had my first 1,000 subscribers in the fall of 26. Back before the Dallas Cowboys were on YouTube. Back when it was like Vosh, Law Nation, of course, Cop Pizzle. I didn't know who he was, but their Cop Pizzle was there. Vosh, myself, Shango was still doing YouTube. And I remember year after year after year, every year being optimistic at the end of the season. Mark, I saw your video about the Eagles. You said Sean will never coach in the NFL, but what about Christian Parker? He never coached in the NFL too. Yes, Logan Motorsports, I did say that. I said, no, but let me answer that, and I'll get back to where I was there. But, Logan, here's what I said. I have to say that Christian Parker, working under Vic Fangio, and what's his name out in Denver, Joseph, right? Having the Eagles, which went to the Super Bowl and won, and having that defense that could carry a garbage-ass quarterback into the playoffs, that he's got a lot of experience, that he was a guy who you looked at and said, well, the guy he was part of the top defense in the NFL that carried a sorry-ass prevent offense, okay? And that's what I said about Christian Parker. And I didn't guarantee that he was going to be great. Now, I can look and I can say, your guy had Jordan Love, whose numbers put him in the middle of the pack. middle of the pack. You see what I did there? Middle of the pack. Their offense, middle of the pack. It wasn't outstanding. You didn't look at that and say, oh, my God, Jordan Love, but that guy is better than Aaron Rodgers. You didn't look at that guy and say, wow, as the quarterback coach now, quarterback coach. That's my point being right there. I'm just saying, if I look at the defenses and the way they performed with that guy being there, you have to look at that and say, he's been on some of the top defenses everywhere he's been. Having a little bit more experience than the guy you have that's going to be working with Count Dracula. Your guy, I actually think it doesn't really matter what he knows because it's still going to be your dumbass coach that's calling the plays. I don't think it matters. I really just don't. But that was the difference there. But as I was saying, hey, Logan, when I do these things, you have to understand it's like Fight Club. Rule number 1 of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. You don't let people know that we beat each other's brains in. But rule number 1 on YouTube, by hook or by crook, is to get people to watch. And see, Logan, you as the enemy, you watched, and I got a reaction out of you. I got a rise out of you. It probably pissed you off. Mark, you don't know shit. You are literally saying the same thing about my guy that actually follows along with your guy. Yeah, it's true. But here's the thing that's crazy. Bobby, my wife, oh man, Bobby, I'm sorry to hear that. But she is still strong. I bet she's still putting a foot in your ass too, Bobby. Send me an email and let me have the details and stuff. Everybody, keep Bobby in your prayers. His wife's permanently disabled, but she's strong, and I'm sure she still loves you dearly, and you love her too. So I got you to respond, Logan Motorsports. But see, here's the thing. We just heard Michael Irvin literally lambaste and say that Brian Schottenheimer is a lapdog, that he ain't worth shit, that he's got a whole list of other, that he's literally going to mess up generations of Cowboy fans and lose the history. He talked about how there were two teams in the NFC East that were so far ahead of us. Do we look at the Commanders? Well, they are way ahead of us as far as age goes. The Over the Hill gang, their coach going into this year's in the hot seat. Their quarterback couldn't stay healthy on the field. So all of a sudden, Commanders suck ass. Right? They suck. They stink. They smell like, hot garbage in August during a garbage strike where they haven't picked it up in like 2 weeks. We don't know what we don't know. But I do know this. I've heard Jerry Jones say so many things that get you excited and get you hopeful. Y'all remember the show 24? The first year of 24, oh my God, 24 was good. Then the next year, they kind of had to, made it a little bit more. I mean, it was unbelievable, but it was believable. The first year, like this could all happen. But each year, they had to keep taking it up a little bit more to get you to buy in. They had to put more action, more things going on in there, things, right? To keep your attention. And I'm wondering, is that what Jerry Jones is doing? He just a couple of years ago, it was, we're going all in. Now, maybe he got tricked in the question and didn't really mean that he was going all in, but then didn't do anything. Because we all, and I'm guilty of it, of spreading the shit, the hope. Oh, hey! Cowboys going all. Jerry Jones said we going all in, man. We gonna be signing free agents left and right, man. We gonna be making trades. Oh man, we gonna do all kinds of shit, man. We go all in. The phone, Jerry said we go. Zeke Elliott and Eric Kendricks. Zeke Elliott and Eric Kendricks. That's all we did. So as I'm sitting here, Mark telling the story about Dak. Okay. So as I'm sitting here, I'm getting excited because the Cowboys didn't wait a week or two to fire somebody. They did. At first they said, oh, well, about 10 to 12 days, we'll have a decision on Everpuss. We'll have a decision in about 10 or 12. It's like, bro, the decision should have been about 11, 12 days ago. You should have fired his ass in the middle of the season when nobody listened to him, and we kept seeing garbage-ass quarterbacks week after week light us the fuck up. What do you mean? You're going to have to take 10, 12 days? What are you talking about? Everybody and their sister knew that mother humper needed to go. If Sean McDermott got fired and he's in the playoffs every year, how the hell are you trying to talk about, well, maybe we should keep this guy? Come on, bro. Come on. And then we were just like, same old shit. here we go. It wouldn't surprise me if Jerry just brought him back just to say the hell with it. We building a team and a stadium. Bro, that stadium ain't going to be ready for another 5 years, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man, Big Spank Dog. Your team is so old. Your team is so old. They got to start the hell over, man. They ain't building a stadium. They're building a retirement home right beside the stadium for all these old cats, man, that are over the hill. And you know, you guys, you went out in free agency. You did a whole lot. You know, you got pregnant Debo. Oh man, we got Debo. Ooh, we got Laramie Tunsil, and your quarterback still got jacked up. Big Spank Dog, you ain't building shit. You ain't building shit.
Situation requires is a whole lot more, and you shutting your mother ass up.
Logan Motorsports says, to be honest, Mark, the team will be different. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm messing up here because I got to say hello to Roland's Review. What's up, Roland? There's Lady, who is Libra, double dipping on both channels. We got Angel. What's up, Angel? Of course, we got Alan Williams. Philadelphia is back with all of his emojis. Big Spank Dog getting it in. Philly D in the house. We got Thomas Garrett. What's up, Thomas? Dirty Sanchez, the real dirty. Smells like a hot bowl of ass. Damn. Dan Q is on the clock. Grant Anderson, Mr. Anderson. My Giants ownership, my fucking change. I'm fucking disgusted with Steve Tisch. Okay, damn, that didn't take long. Lady Libra double dipping. Chris May in the house. All right, so I would love to see Dallas versus Eagles in the championship game. The hype would be insane. Thoughts? I would you know what, Bobby? I would love to play the Eagles in the playoffs. I think the Cowboys would actually have a better chance because we do know each other. I damn sure do not want to play Green Bay or San Francisco in the playoffs. I would love to see that. I think America would love to see that one. We'll see what the Cowboys do. So the question now is, after the Cowboys fired Matt Everfuss, surprising everybody, day 2, the day after Black Monday, and then being a player and trying to find a new coach, but not getting this usual retreads. Now, there's never, ever been 10 coaches that have been let go. And you can see the pool is very, very small of people who are qualified to be a head coach. Mike McCarthy I still can't believe Mike McCarthy got the Steeler job. How the hell does that happen? How the hell does Mike McCarthy coach the Steelers? The fact that, Kevin Stefanski got fired and immediately got a job. Was one of the hot candidates. I'm like, that jackass doesn't know shit about quarterbacks. He ruined 12. She said, not tonight. She knew what Dak was going to do. Not tonight. Big Stink Dog, he became the winning quarterback starter for Dallas, passing for over 4,500 yards. Yeah, and you know what, Big Spank Dog? He lit up your team's ass twice this year.
Oh, shit.
So what the situation requires is...
a whole lot more, and you shutting your mother ass up.
So there's that. So now we hire a young guy, 34 years old. 34 years. I can't believe it. It's not an old head. It's not an old head. And on top of it, it doesn't sound like Jerry Jones is anywhere part of the conversation in picking the new coaches. Now, as far as circling back around to Mike McCarthy, after we heard the playmaker go off about how this was the worst hire out there. Jimmy Johnson had a different take on it yesterday.
Coach, how do you feel about the state of the Cowboys? It feels like Shoddy got in there in his first year and, had success, but injuries hurt him a little bit and they got off to that slow start. But where do you see the Cowboys going? What do you think of, Dak, CD, hopefully George Pickens again? And also just wanted to say, miss that hair on TV, Coach. It is remarkable to see it still.
It was such quick notice I didn't do my hair today.
No, you did. Yeah, you woke up like this.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're talking
More
about.
impressive.
It's unbelievable.
But as far as the Cowboys, Brian Schottenheimer did an outstanding job in a difficult situation last year. They were just horrible on defense. And I think if they can make some corrections on defense. In fact, I talked to Jerry Jones not too awful long ago after the season. And, I said, you can make some corrections on that defense. And, it may not be that you're going to be dominant, but if you're just good, just so, you're going to be so good on offense if you can keep Pickens. If you can keep him and get the running back situation going, you can have an outstanding team. You can make a run at it because you're that good offensively. But they've got to make the corrections on defense.
So what do y'all think about that? I put up a poll here about Brian Schottenheimer. Do we think that he is the guy? Did the Cowboys put training wheels on him and say, we want to see what you do with the offense. We'll take care of the defense, and that he's not responsible for what happened? Because now it is Christian Parker and Brian Schottenheimer that are doing the coaching search. Now, I have to say that there's no way in the world Jerry Jones, at the end of the season after firing Matt Everpuss, said, I want Christian Parker. That's the guy I want to go get. That's not Jerry. We know that's not Jerry. He don't know guys like that. This is all Brian Schottenheimer. This is definitely Brian Schottenheimer. He's getting more latitude to make the calls and so on. And is anybody else wondering where Jerry Jones is? It's actually kind of scaring me. Because we didn't hire the defensive coordinator, and we haven't had Jerry back there. We looked high and low. We were trying to find the guy that can get me them glory holes again. And, this Christian Parker here, we watched what he did with the Eagles on that defense. And, he's got them guys playing, man. He's got them war daddies on there. And, they're coming out there. They're frothing at the mouth. They're spitting left and right and everything else. They're out there doing the deed, making sure that garbage-ass quarterback gets carried into the playoffs because, he ain't nothing but a damn bus driver, and we just love, what's his name again? What? Oh, Christian Parker. That's it. It's Christian Parker. We just love him, and he's going to be putting in all that work to bring back America's team's defense. Outside view of Shoddy, he's good. I miss Jerry. But I haven't seen Jerry. Seriously. Shout out to Bobby with the super chat. We haven't gotten a Jerryism yet. We haven't gotten a glory hole statement. We're going all in. We haven't got circumcising a mosquito. We got nothing. We got Catboy, who's praising Christian Parker and Brian Schottenheimer for bringing in now Ryan Smith, another 33-year-old. Youth movement. These are guys that are 50 years younger than Jerry Jones. These aren't guys that Jerry knows. These guys were little kids when he bought the Dallas Cowboys. When y'all get a chance, smash the like button. Appreciate that, man. Check on Jerry. So far, good. Need to see more is what everybody's feeling about Schottenheimer. Now, here's the good news. we are hearing, and this is where I have to say I don't know. I don't know if they really and truly mean it that they're actually going to go out in free agency. Now, we know this is crazy. I told y'all, I told you this, that the salary cap was going to go up. I said about 25 to 30. I said 25 to 30. They're saying it's going to go up a minimum of 22, and it could be as much as 27. I bet you it still gets closer to the 30. Either way, since 22 in 4 years, the salary cap has gone up $100 million. Y'all remember when COVID happened? They backed it up to $185 million. It's going to be over $300 million this year. $300 million. And I think since 2010, it's doubled. I might be wrong, man. It might have been less than that. In 2016, it was two. It's gone up I forgot. No, it's gone up 150 million since 2016. It's doubled in 9 years. Fire his ass. Oh, yeah, Momo, you'd like that because he's got 2 victories over your non-slumping quarterback.
Situation requires is a whole lot more, and you shut your mother ass up.
So, the salary cap, for those out here wondering, at the moment, we are $39 million over the cap. And that's before the 25, okay? So if we take the 25, that the salary cap's going to go up, that gets us down to $14 million. We got $21 million that's left over from last year that'll roll over. So that means we're $7 million positive before we cut anybody. And I'm going to say Terrence Steele. I'm going to go out on a limb here. And I'm going to say Terrence Steele is going to get cut. Now, he can be a post-June 1st cut, and it'll be $14 million, which will get us $21 million right there. And if you sign George Pickens to a long-term deal, he'll be about $10, $11 million for the first year, which means you'd still have $10 million before you even restructure anybody. And you can restructure Dak for 31. You can restructure CD for 19. You can do Osa Digazua for 15. You can do Quentin Williams and get like 12. Kenny Clark, you can get 9. You can get 5 for Jake Ferguson. You can get 8 for Deron Bland. It is literally money, raining money if they want. It's literally raining money if they want, if they're motivated for it. But I feel like I'm in Fatal Attraction. Fatal Attraction, man. Bitch is crazy, man. She boiled the kid's rabbit, man. How you gonna kill the kid's rabbit? It must have been some good strange, man. That's why I always tell people, man, I ain't cheating on my wife. Not that I got a rabbit. My kids don't have a pet rabbit, but I don't want no crazy stalker woman. Okay, I don't want that. But if you remember the last scene, he done choked her. She's in the bathtub. Ugh. You see the air bubbles come up, bloop, 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 bloop. And it's like, oh, I'm hugging my wife now. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Oh, we're fine, right? We're fine. Everything's good. Everything's good, man. Okay, she's dead in the bathtub. We're safe. And that's where, right now I'm like, oh, we got Christian Parker. Oh, man, we got Ryan Smith. We're going to spend money in free agency. Oh, we're going to turn this thing around. But in that movie, as they're hugging up and making up and everything else, the crazy bitch comes out the water with a knife. She was dead. She was, wait a minute, no. And I feel like that's Jerry Jones. Dak said this contract is to retire. I didn't hear that one myself, Big Spank Dog, but maybe that's some breaking news that I missed. Philly D, not this year. Shut your mouth. Ready for the beatdown of your life, Mark Holmes. Momo, you might want to be worried about the snowstorm that's headed your way, man. They talk about, Category 2 hurricane type weather down there, but with snow. It's going to stop short of me because, the sun's shining on me. It's coming your way. So you might want to worry about that, man. You might want to make sure you got some bread, some toilet tissue, some milk, and some eggs. I don't know what you're going to make with that, but I guess you're going to have a whole lot of shit. So make sure you have all that. And honestly, be safe, okay? Be safe out there, all right? Seriously, I care about you. Alan Williams, I hope you sign Dak again. Philly D, Dak's a Cowboy for life. Alan Williams, awesome. You know what? I ain't mad at it. My problem is not Dak Prescott. My problem wasn't Tony Romo. My problem was top-heavy football teams. We have too much talent at the top, and once you get past that layer, we're not real good. Momo's quarterback looks like a Slim Jim snapped. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Damn, Bobby. Oh, my God. A Slim Jim snap. Damn. Ooh, boy. Okay. Okay, well, Derek, that's because, you're close to North Carolina, man. It's like it's like where they put the percentage of chances. If I go south about 10 miles, that's where it's about 20% chance of snow. They didn't even highlight my area. They're just like, nah, you might get some flurries. So, yeah, I'm good. Brush your teeth, Momo. It has to be, Mark. Big Spang, just like Washington. 12 inches of snow, Mark. Damn. And I'm only going to get some flurries. Oh, man. Well, be safe out there, man. Like I said, toilet tissue, bread, eggs, and milk. You got because they're never going to make it again. If you get 12 inches of snow, you're never going to have those things. Now, I bought eggs. The last snowstorm. I don't think I've cracked an egg yet. Toilet tissue. We bought some more. We ain't close to running out either. The bread. Bread kind of scares me now because you notice how bread don't mold anymore. You guys notice that? You got bread for a month and it's still kind of soft, but there's no mold on it. I'm like, why doesn't mold grow on bread anymore? Is it all the shit they put into it? I don't know. Anyway, so are we being fooled? And it's going to end up being, they're saying we're going to be players in free agency. But I have a feeling that it's not going to be the players in free agency that we're thinking it's going to be. It ended up being a great move getting George Pickens. But I don't know that everybody thought that it was going to be as great a move as it did. If everybody thought that George Pickens was going to have the season that he had, I can guarantee you it would have been more than just the Cowboys. It wouldn't have been a case of where some GM supposedly said when the Steelers called about trading him, they laughed and hung up the phone. That was one of those ones that worked out, and it seemed like there's Holly Pierce. What's up, Holly? That's one of those cases that it seemed like it just worked out better than what anybody thought. It wasn't considered a major move. I smell Washington Stadium from here. Damn. I don't know that I've smelled the stadium. The team I've smelled. Yeah, because they stink. The stadium's just falling apart. It's just rusty. So are we going to take Stephen Jones on his word that we're going to try and re-sign George Pickens? That we're working on getting Javonte Williams done, and they're actually going to be players in free agency, that now there's a sense of urgency? Are we supposed to believe that right now? We're still waiting for word on some of the coaches. Now, if you've want to know, of course, Christian Parker was hired. Stolen from the Eagles. Yay! Hurts them, helps us. Ryan Smith from Arizona Cardinals. Also from JMU. Working with Signetti. Got a cramp. With national championship head coach. And we ended up having 2 more in-person interviews today with another Eagle coach. What's his name? Shit. We got Zach Orr, who had his second interview in person, who was the defensive coordinator for the Ravens, and they want him to be the linebacker coach. Now, this is significant because he is a 3-4 guy. 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. Your linebackers on the outside are basically edge rushers that are standing up. This is a big change from what you're doing right now. Your personnel is different, which means a guy like Trey Henderson doesn't really fit what you want to do. You need outside linebackers. You need stand-up defensive ends. And we'll see where that goes, if he is hired or not. That could be a sea change. I would love that. I love a 3-4 defense. You inspired me to cook more Southwest chili. Oh, man, can you send me some? Because I could use some chili, man. And send some hot dogs, too, because I'd love a good chili dog right now. A chili dog would be fantastic. It's cold outside. Get some hot sauce on there, some raw onions on there. Man, that'd be perfect. Orr's a Dallas native. Yes. And I'm thinking that they got a good chance of getting him in there. Although it is a demotion from being a defensive coordinator to linebacker coach. But I'm sensing that what the Cowboys are trying to build and the position that they're in. Here's the thing about being in the Cowboys. You can look at this and say, hey, you're going to be seen a lot. You're going to be talked about a lot, right? Which can be a good thing or a bad thing. If you suck like Everfuss, it's not a good thing. I don't know that Everfuss is getting a job anytime soon. And we've seen coaches that have sucked that their career has literally ended here. Mike Nolan. I don't know what is Mike Nolan still on the earth? He was never heard from again. It was like he got sucked up into a black hole after the Cowboys. Scott Linehan. Rob Marnelli. So you can be lost in the woods working for the Cowboys. Or if you do good, taking a historically bad defense like what Mike Nolan had, you don't take much to look good. Dan Quinn resurrected his career by resurrecting the Dallas Cowboys. And Christian Parker, he wants to be a head coach. And so he's about getting this shit together and getting it right. And if you go from 32nd to, say, 18, you look like a freaking genius. That raises your stock tremendously and increases your odds of getting a head coaching gig. And for him, Everfuss was interviewed by the Jets about a week and a half ago. Okay, but is working for the Jets really a job, Thomas? I mean, seriously. Is working for the Jets really like having a job? Coaches go to Dallas to die, not literally. Lead commander, those who live in glass houses might not want to cast the first stone. Your team has ended more quarterback careers and NFL coaching careers. Should I say Jim Zorn? Jay Gruden? the dumber brother of the Dumb and Dumber, Ron Rivera. Although is he getting a? I don't know how he's getting a GM job. How the hell does that happen? How the hell do you get Ron Rivera picking your players? I don't. Okay. Jalen Hurts. Wait a minute. So wait a minute. Shedeur Sanders was named to the Pro Bowl. And now Jalen Hurts? You're telling me Jalen Hurts was named to the Pro Bowl after Shedeur Sanders? You're getting free money working in New York. It's looking like the Eagles are the new bro, how are you the new America's team after the choke job you just had after the Super Bowl? I don't get that. I don't get that, bro. You lost in the first round of the playoffs. And you talking that you're America's team? You interviewed 16 guys before you finally found an offensive coordinator. You had people literally say, I'll go to Tennessee before I go there. You had guys withdraw their names. Thanks, but no thanks. I'd rather stay with the shithole I'm in instead of going to yours. How do you think you're America's team? I agree, Mark. Commanders fans can't talk crap. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP. I think Shedeur Sanders is taking Josh Allen's place. I need to leave, folks. Good night. Good night, Lady Libra. Appreciate you. All right, so I've got to finish this off with some pain for your ears, and that is Stephen Jones. I can say a lot of things about Stephen Jones, but, when you talk about this drought that people keep talking about, I wish they wouldn't talk about it because it really just makes me look like a jackass. And we all know I'm a jackass, but, we don't need to remind me of this. But I will say this about what we're looking at doing. I'd say trust the process. That the process has left us here at 30 years without having one. But you can believe that we're going to be trying to do some things a little bit different than we've done in the past. And we're looking to spend some money in free agency because it can be a great tax write-off. And we just have too much damn money with this television contract that we got coming in. And if we don't spend it, we're going to have to just give it to the government. And, we don't want to pay any damn taxes. So you look for us to spend some of this money. We've already had the slush fund for the yacht, and we got 2 helicopters. We got the private jet. Hell, we got an island out in the Caribbean, and we still got too much cash just all over the place, and we're worried about one of those rips coming in and stealing all our money. But let's go to the tape here.
Our first time talking to you since hiring Christian Parker. What went into that process, and how excited are you?
Well, first of all, it was very thorough. Certainly hats off to Coach Schottenheimer and, putting a great group together. I mean, we've got to really visit with a lot of top defensive players around the league and, learned a lot about defense, a lot of different systems as, a lot of these younger guys were passing game coordinators under some of the top coordinators in our league. So at the end of the day, we just felt like Christian was a good fit. As I said, there were a lot of qualified guys that could have done a great job, but Christian really made the most sense for us, what we're wanting to do, what he what he explained to us and the vision he gave us for using what we think are, some key pieces on the defensive side of the ball. So, just look forward to working with him. I know we're hard at it again. Going to fill out his staff now, and Coach Schottenheimer and Christian have done a great job putting together a good group of candidates, and we'll do the same thing. We've Zoomed with most of them, and we'll have the rest of the guys in here probably starting tomorrow.
You guys have seen that Eagles defense up close and personal, of course, the last couple of years. But you've known Vic Fangio a long time. how much about the Big Fangio scheme can you expect from Christian Parker and his little nuances specifically? How can you expect that?
Well, you couldn't have said it any better. I mean, obviously, we know Vic. We interviewed Vic for a job here, head coaching job at one time, and have nothing but respect for the job he's done there in Philly. But at the same time, Christian, walked through some things that if it were his to do, he'd do a little different. And we really liked some of those wrinkles he'll bring as well. But obviously, Vic's one of the great defensive minds in this league. Nothing but respect. But he's learned a lot from him. Learned a lot from other coordinators that he's worked under, and just feel like he's going to do a great job for us.
You mentioned the larger pool of candidates this time around. What was it that set Christian apart or kind of made him a little bit different from some of the other guys in a good way that made you say, okay, this is our guy?
I think, obviously start with Coach Schottenheimer has a vision for, the type of, defense he wanted to have that complement what we do on offense. And, at the end of the day, it was Christian's vision, not only for the type of defense he wants to play, in terms of the personality it's going to have, and the type of culture he wants to create over on that side of the ball, but also the wrinkles that he could bring that really would fit the pieces that we have in place.
You had talked about earlier how important it was to get a communicator in that position. Were there elements of his communication that were on display through the interview process?
He's very, very smart, great communicator, which at the end of the day, one of our top priorities is to be a great teacher. These defenses are very complicated, but at the same time, you want to, and he was really good at explaining it not only to Coach Schottenheimer, to Will, but to Jerry and myself. But you want to make complicated things seem easy so the players can use their athletic ability, play fast, do the things you want them to do, have the identity you want them to have on that side of the ball. And he was just outstanding. He's obviously very, very bright, and I think he's going to be an outstanding teacher. Obviously, his track record speaks for itself. Some of the players he's developed, and Surtain, Quinnen up there in DeJean in Philly. He's done a great job developing players. We certainly need that in our back end. And then, love his thoughts on the front seven as well. So, and the ways that he's going to get pressure. I mean, we certainly need to do all the above.
What are the types of coaches you're looking for to fill out the rest of your staff? If you had a vision in what you wanted in a DC, what would that be for the rest of the staff?
Oh, I think it's same thing. I mean, you want to start with great teachers. I mean, these young guys want to play fast. They want to come in here. They want to learn. You want to give them a chance to be very successful. And I think it all starts with how you communicate and how you teach.
Jerry and yourself have talked about opportunities to make some big moves this offseason. How do you see that potentially manifesting in free agency and your overall, strategy going into 2026 offseason?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's guys that we want to keep from last year, whether it's a George Pickens, whether it's a Javonte. Those are all guys that play into the free agency picture. At the same time, obviously we've got work to do on the defensive side of the ball. So between free agency, between the draft, there's a lot of resources there that we can use to make our defense better.
At George Pickens, how confident are you guys that you'll be able to get a long-term deal done?
Yeah, we won't get into any details right now. Certainly, we want George to be back here in Dallas, and we'll certainly go from there.
Will was talking about kind of marrying the free agency portion of this first so you can go into the draft looking for.
We'll end it right there. But George Pickens, yeah, we want George Pickens back. The funniest thing is I'm hearing everybody talking about, he could be a holdout, he could be a trade bait and everything else. And I'm sitting here, wasn't just somebody said this to me, and I can't remember. It was Eddie. Eddie, while he was up there freezing his ass off in Minneapolis, he said, what's funny? He said, because a couple of weeks ago, they were talking about Lamar Jackson being traded, getting him out of town. And now you're talking about his extension. Literally. Oh, the salary cap went up, so now they can go ahead and get Lamar Jackson's, extension done. And I'm kind of like, wait a minute. Weren't we just talking about trading him and being a holdout? So, take with a grain of salt what you hear about George Pickens being a holdout and things. Here's what I'm going to say is you have not heard anything from George Pickens about his contract or holding out, or he hasn't said I'm not going to play on a franchise tag. You haven't seen him delete his social media or anything like that. Just let's see how this thing plays out, and let's just let the talking heads just do their bullshit. All right, good people. It has been a great evening. Bobby, glad your wife. Tell her to stay strong and that we love her, okay? Now, don't get jealous. Don't get jealous, Bobby. We love her too. We love you too, Bobby. Appreciate you. Hurts but the truth, bro. Hurts but the truth. I'm cold in Pennsylvania. Bro, it ain't real cold. No, it's chilly in Pennsylvania. It's cold in Minneapolis, okay? All right, good people. As always, I appreciate you guys. Peace out.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old.